Known to be the king of Western movies, Kevin Costner is a Hollywood icon, and these are his funniest moments.
I was watching Black or White. There's this moment where I'm coming out of a pool, and I was studying it because I didn't want her really in the room, but she came in and sat next to me, and I didn't really feel it because I was really concentrating. And then I get pulled out of the pool, and it's done. And then I look over at her, and she goes, "Dad, you got a fat belly." and I looked at her. What? You got a big belly. And I thought, well, I tried to explain to her character development.
Hollywood loves talking about box office numbers as if everyone involved is suddenly swimming in money. Kevin Costner offered a slightly less glamorous look at what's actually left once a movie has paid its bills.
We're going to talk about Europe a little bit. No Way Out, 71 cents. Perfect World, I got $1.35.
Whoa!
Revenge, $1.22. $6.46 for Robin Hood. 54 cents for Silverado. 43 cents for Testament. Tin Cup, I got 78 cents. Untouchables, 67 cents. The War, 34. Waterworld, 87. That's paying for itself. And Wyatt Earp, I got 67 cents, and my accountant had the nerve to say, this check was deposited into your management account, $15.38. You know what? Little by little, this stuff adds up. I didn't project what was going to happen in my life that way.
You're very sexy in person, by the way.
I'm glad one of us said it. You're going to make Kevin Costner blush.
But I know you have like 7 kids, and you know what I mean. I'm just saying.
I have all the stuff, so.
Yeah, you have a lot of things
safe
going on.
to say I know what I'm doing.
The less pressure someone has on set, the crazier their ideas can become. Kevin Costner learned that when his stunt double took him on an unexpected side quest between takes.
We're out in the country, and he goes, you want to go hunt for some mushrooms? And I said, what kind of mushrooms? And the guy goes, the good kind. I said, okay, let's go. So we head out into this field, and he's telling me what they look like, and I'm kind of looking for him. I'm dressed up like Robin, and he's dressed up, like a guy I'm beating up. And we're kind of looking out there, and he finds one, and then he finds another one, and I can't find one. And after you find a few of these things, I said, hey man, how does this work? And he says, well, you have a mushroom, and then they tell you where to find the others. And I said, all right, I get the logic, but we're doing a sword fight right after this. I said, and he went, that's a good point too. So I didn't hurt anybody. And I did find some after work.
Kevin Costner has had his share of unusual encounters, but this one sits in a category of its own.
I actually had my 3, my oldest was 12, and I said, I want you to meet this man. I didn't really know a lot about him, honestly. I'm a public school guy, so Stephen Hawking, let's go. So I wasn't sure. So he came, and I was obviously taken back at, where he was in that wheelchair, he wasn't able to move. I got him a drink, and most of it ended up on the floor. And I saw my children just a little bit shocked, and I said to them, look, if you want to go finish your homework, you can do that. And of course, they peeled off because I thought this isn't going to work for them. But yeah, he came over,
Wow. What, did he ever explain why specifically he wanted?
I was waiting for it, and finally he said, I'd like to know about Whitney Houston. And I said, well, okay, you're just like me. Let's get to it. And I said, you're not the only one, Steve. A lot of people want to know about Whitney. I said, what do you want to know? And that was it. I had that story on my mind when I was with him, and some girl was trying to get my attention, like looking over. And finally, I'm kind of done with him, and I think, well, I'll stroll over and see what she really wants. So I did. I walked, and she was behind the ribbon, and I got really close to her. I said, yeah. And she goes, could you get me Sean's autograph? And I went like, I felt like I had a cigarette hanging out of my mouth like this. I said, yeah, of course I could do that. I'm not really aware of the danger at all of anything. It's like, when I cast Whitney, did you know she was African American? Yes, I saw that.
Kevin Costner is often seen as one of the defining actors of modern westerns. During this interview with Jimmy Kimmel, he opened up about what continues to draw him to that world.
The problem is, it's really hard to make a good Western. A lot of people can do the black hat, white hat really easy, but when they're complicated, they start to thin out in the level of quality. And when a Western is really great, you never forget it, because you kind of actually, when they're orchestrated correctly, you actually find yourself wondering what you would have done if you would have actually made it. And I get this call, and it's the president. He says, "You want to play golf?" I said, "Well, I don't have a car." He says, "I'll shut the freeway down. There's somebody going to come get you." It's true. So the freeway shut down. I don't get to play with the Orioles. Now I'm on the freeway going the wrong way. Traffic's nothing. Wow. And I'm talking on the phone, and it's like, I say, "I don't have any club. They're here for you. I don't have any shoes. What's your size?" And then he goes, "What do you want to eat?" And so...
Wait, you gave the president your lunch order?
I had to, yeah. He was asking me, literally. And so, no, I'm flying down the freeway, and I got a little bold myself after I said tuna sandwich, and all of a sudden I go, "And a brownie. I'd like a brownie." So I come up, and I got the sandwich in my mouth. I'm hopping, trying to get there. They'd already hit. I tee off. It goes right. The Secret Service finds it with a bayonet, and we play. It's true. We play, and we get to the 18th hole, and George says to me, he says, "If we win this hole, we can tie them." And I thought, no, we can't. We're not even close. We were probably 4 holes behind. I said, but okay, so we tied them. So I had this pretty amazing day, and now I'm about to go home. And he goes, "You want to go to the White House?" And I said, yeah. We get on the helicopter. We go across the Potomac. The Marines salute. We get off on the White House lawn. We go across, and he pretends to not hear what they're saying. So I'm thinking, okay, now the day's over. And he says, "You want to play some horseshoes?" I said, my pat answer, okay. So I'm thinking, my day's over. And he goes, "You want to swim in the pool?" And I said, "By myself?" And he goes, "Yeah, we got all the stuff, all those T-shirts that come from the universities. I just hit." So I'm swimming in the pool. I could. And finally I go, I'm not sure about this. So I get out of the pool, I'm going away, and he says, "Do you want to have dinner?" And I said, "Yeah, fine, I'll have dinner." So I have dinner with him. So now the next morning I'm thinking about my day, and I'm in the trailer, and Oliver comes in. He's like really grumpy. And I go, "What's the matter, Oliver?" And he goes, "I went over to the White House, and they gave me the B tour, not even the A tour. The B tour." He's always upset about something. He gave me the B tour. He says, "I didn't even get to see the pool because there was somebody in it."
Animals on set are charming, right up until they remember they have no interest in cinema. Kevin Costner learned that lesson while trying to work with wolves.
I remember when we got these wolves, there were real wolves, and I don't know, you ever think of like salesmen who carpet thing? Vacuum cleaner guy.
You're fired.
Yeah.
You're the worst salesman ever.
That's terrible. But you always see them, and they come into your house and they throw ashes and jelly and shit like that, and they go like that, and it cleans it perfectly, and then you call all your friends over and you throw the same shit on the floor, and the stain is there. And so when I met the guy with the wolves, he showed me how they would behave. That he would push a button and the wolf would come over here. Well, when I got out there, those wolves didn't do shit, just like the guy. It could only end where, you never had to say anything. You were so beautiful.
I mean, maybe it's because I'm older now, but I used to look at that age as being really old.
Yeah, ancient.
And now that I'm that age, I'm 47, and I think I don't.
We're just living a lie, Ellen. We're just living a lie.
Yeah. We're in complete denial.
We're just really old.
Yeah.
Want to race you?
Can you tell me who this guy is?
Oh, geez. Yeah, I got a buddy. His name's Bob.
You named the dog Bob?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bob's a good name for a dog.
Yeah, when I'm angry with him, it's Bob.
Oh, yeah.
It's Bobby when he's okay.
Here's Bobby taking a nap in the dishwasher.
Yeah, he kind of waits for me to do the dishes. It's a pretty good dog, right?
Yeah.
I do all the work. He does everything else. And I was doing the dishes, and like anything, I thought, where is he?
Yeah.
He's too quiet. He's chewing on something. And I went to go, and I ran right into that thing. I saw that he was sleeping.
That might be the cutest
I
thing.
did like everything that Americans do these days. Even if somebody passes out, I took his picture.
How was that like?
That was good. I wanted to have that moment with him because we played since he was little. That's all we do in our house is throw shit. I know no one ever mistakes me for anything other than an American. I get that. I make cowboy movies and baseball movies, and I've tried.
There's a little bit about the way you talk as well. That's a little bit as well, you know.
I used to be kind of embarrassed about it, but it was an interesting thing. I went out there my first day to direct, and my parents took a trailer all the way to South Dakota, and they said, my mom said, we won't be in the way. We're not going to bother you, Kev. And I go, Jesus Christ, really, you're coming? And they go, yes, but we're not going to bother you. So I remember my first day of going out and to direct, and way up on a hill, my mom and dad had set a trailer and had their 2 lawn chairs, and my mom looked at me. And I was walking in front of the crew, and I said,
Kevin Costner has never been shy about backing the projects he believes in. During this interview with James Corden, he explained just how far he was willing to go for the work that mattered to him.
sometimes that's what you have to do if you want to get a good part, I guess.
That's not true. Come on.
Well, it was a movie that wasn't going to get made, and Rob Marshall couldn't turn his back on you, right? When I read this movie, I thought, I have to make this movie. I have to say these words. And it was such a good speech in the end, I thought to myself, I'm the only person that can actually screw this up, too. I lost sleep thinking that I wouldn't do that right. It was important to me.
That you would not get it.
That I would somehow not serve it, and that was important to me to do that. Met all the guys that I knew, again, and hadn't seen them in a long time, and they were all about 5 inches shorter than me.
Well, I'm just curious, does that give you an empathy with people that are smaller?
No, I got them all in headlocks.
Mock them. We were talking about this today around the office. There aren't many truly great baseball movies. You have made 2 of them. 3.
Well, Love of the Game. I pitched a perfect game. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. You have a ranch there. Is this one of those working ranches? Are there livestock?
I'm not pushing cat around, but I work it myself. I build the roads and do all the stuff just because it's what you do.
That is not what I would do. I'd pick up the phone and get someone to build a road.
You do it
I bathed in heavy cream and looked out a window.
You do it if you're with me, because I'd knock on you and say, Conan, come on, we're up. We're going.
Not now, Kevin. I'm sleeping.
Come on, you.
I was up late watching videos.
I understand.
Thin ridge line, careful not to fall or to make any noise that would bring him or my mother back into the room. The stakes were high. It wouldn't be too much to say that they were life and death. I was stalking my poor dog below me. He was unaware that he was the enemy and that I was about to pounce. He was a terrier, and his fierce growl, once it started, would bring my parents running. And we would roll back and forth like that bad Western, and I would continue to stab him. It was a mighty battle that I managed to never lose, and my parents warned me, my dad specifically, that he was going to bite me and that they wouldn't blame him if he did. My father was from the Panhandle of Oklahoma. So he was comfortable saying that kind of stuff to me. Guyman, to be exact. I was growing, and a year later I was 5. And on my first day of sharing in kindergarten, I was sent home with a note on my shirt. I couldn't read, so I guess that was the point. We were told to bring our favorite thing to share, the thing that we love the most. I brought my father's 30-30.
How did you get your first job?
I actually didn't get my first job. I had to go into stage acting. I was a stage manager, so I thought, I wasn't smart enough to be a bartender. I couldn't make change. I never liked when they gave you $1 plus 8 cents. But that negative numbers was hard for me, and so, I thought, well, I'll take out trash. That's what I'll do, as long as it's movie trash. And so that's how I started. I was a stage manager.
Really?
Yeah.
Traveling to France for a film festival comes with certain responsibilities. Kevin Costner clearly understood that one of them was making the most of the trip.
You brought your kids to the premiere?
Yeah, I wanted them to see me work.
Yeah.
I brought 5 of them and got them tuxedos. Bought them dresses. And
did you tell them, if this movie doesn't work out, this is the last vacation Daddy's taking you on?
I did. You know, I wanted to know how worried they were that they were going to stick with me and support me. And the minute they got there, my 2 sons went fishing, got a boat, went fishing. My 3 daughters ended up on a boat and said they would see me around 3 or 4 o'clock, me working, and then made a call, and they were drinking drinks at this point. So they cruised in about 8 o'clock at night. I've been working. I said, we came to France to be as a family. And they go, it's working great, Dad.
Yeah.
I'm really not acting because I thought, you know, I would make sure that the limo driver wasn't really watching. So
Correct.
In the middle of the scene, I looked up at the camera and I said, just off the camera, and I said, what's your name? And I could hear the director in the camera go, who's he talking to? And then I said, Bill, why don't you put the thing up? And then I went back to kissing her and, and unzipping and stuff. And the scene was all over, and he yelled, cut, and he said, what were you doing? And I said, I just thought that's
what you would do.
Happen. And they later on, like 2 months later, went back and shot the limo guy.
Oh, did they?
Just responding to the thing that I had done, and it cut in perfectly.
The body of work that there's that. There's that. There's that. Just a wonderful body of work.
Okay.
No, seriously. Then
I guess that body of work.
Then we start putting clothes on you, black or white, and I'm going to let you explain what the movie is about.
Well, that's simple because I usually make 3-hour movies, so now I got about 6 seconds to tell the story.
What struck you this time? Why did you want to make it now?
Well, I thought I might have a hard time getting over that fence too, and chasing those criminals on feet. This morning we were both in the car. We get their packs on, away they go. Chris is great about what they get to eat because if it was me, they'd have chocolate. They'd have what's simple, Put some ribs in there. Chris going, no, that's not how we're going to do it.
Everyone yelling at my dad, and it was wonderful. It was awesome.
If there's ever a day you feel like the dude, this would have been the day.
This was a good day. Right? But I've had a lot of those. I feel really blessed to have been able to make movies for people around the world. This is my hometown.
Yeah.
This is a company town. This is Hollywood. Whitney, who had this big voice that came out of her, and it was her first movie, and I thought, she was so beautiful, and I thought, well, this is the girl for me. Not everyone thought that. It turned out, but I did, and when we were done, it was a really important moment in her life and her career, and we'll always be locked together that way. We're not doing that. We're going to be over here at the desk. So we go, fine. So we go over to the desk. Now, you're going to rehearse again. Camera probably can't find me. So I go to the desk, and I start to do this scene again, and all of a sudden, something in me, the same voice that was in me that said, go be an actor, said, you know what? It's over here.